Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna. I'm a little bit spooky. And today I had a bit of a vision for a look and there were some twists and turns. I'm a little delirious. I'm a very sleepy person. I'm trying to get back on a day schedule. So you guys are keeping me company while I do a makeup look. So we're using all drugstore accessible, kind of affordable products for this look. Things you can pretty much get your hands on. The only one that I'm not sure if you can still purchase is the eyeshadow palette, but I will have some options in the description box that you can substitute with should this one not be available. But yeah, I had a vision for a look. You may not join me in this vision. That's okay. But we can hang out together. We can chit chat and just play with some eyeshadow and a very vampy black and brown lip. Full face, affordable makeup. Stay awake with me and play in makeup. Alright. My brain is too broke to finish this intro. So let's go ahead and get into this look. This is the makeup manifestation of my angst and rage with pollen and allergy season. Let's go ahead and get into the look. Good morning, guys. Hello. Let's play with some makeup. I have a particular vision in mind of a look and hopefully I can achieve it. We will see. First thing I do need to show you is look at this perfect little sausage curl right here. Isn't that the cutest? I just had to show you that because I'm very proud of it. Okay, so my eyes are primed, my brows are on, I got a little lip balm on, done my skincare, got my coffee. And today I want to go with something rather yellowy for, I want to encompass some spring vibes. And you don't have to follow my path with the coffee brown lip. I'm in the mood for something springy but vampy at the same time. And I thought we could go with the Little Ray of Sunshine palette from ColourPop. I think another good option would be the Honey palette from ColourPop. I just don't have it out and I didn't feel like digging it out. But this one is an all matte palette here. And I want to focus on this beautiful yellow in the middle. I've got a little weird vision. Also, everything today is drugstore and super affordable, accessible items, hopefully. So yeah, I think the least accessible, as in like be able to run to the store and buy it, would be this, but I do believe it's still for sale on the ColourPop website. And I think the Honey one is as well. And if this particular palette isn't for sale, there are a few similar palettes with color stories like this, and we will be keeping the eyes fairly matte today. Also, I thought that would be fun. So I got all my goodies spread out in front of me. Let's dive on in. I'm going to start with a fluffy brush here. I'm going to take the lightest shade in the palette right here. I cannot read the names of the shades because it is white on this color font. Who can read this? Not me, not my old eyes and these bright lights. Cannot tell you what that says. Fun's out, possibly. We're going to take that lightest shade though. I want to run that just over the brow. Oh, come on, allergies. Now my throat's going to start tickling. It's probably because I decided to talk. I guess this look can be inspired by pollen because I am drowning in pollen over here. And am I very itchy, sneezy girl? We're a very itchy, sneezy household. My husband's having allergies. Pumpkin's having allergies. I'm having allergies. We're just peas in a pod. So I'm going to dust that on. Now I'm going to go straight into that yellow shade. And we'll go in with a little packer brush here. This yellow is called Sunshine, I think, or Sunrise. Who knows? But it is this shade right here. I do love the aesthetic of this palette. I think this is more of a considered a fall themed palette. I think it's really pretty. Something about the sunflowers makes me think of the 90s. That was kind of a trend in the 90s, was things with sunflowers on it. Sunflowers, daisies. It was the whole thing. There was a little bit like that flower power business going on. We had like this very romantic view of the 60s, I think. Alright, so yeah, we'll take that pollen color shade. Yeah, we had definitely a romanticized, probably, image of what the 1960s was. And then you talk to your parent and they're kind of like, yeah, no. Wasn't quite like that. I want to take this all over the lid. Well, I guess some people might be talking to their grandparent about the 60s. But my mom was a teenager in the 60s. And she was more into, not so much the flower power hippie side of things. She was into like the British mod culture, that type of vibe. That was her thing. She loved the Beatles. And she loved very mod fashion, very twiggy style. That's what she was into. Go-go boots. She loved go-go boots. She was very fashionable for central Louisiana in the 1960s. Alright, I'm just gonna pat that all over the lid there. But yeah, growing up, when I was a kid in the 90s, I think we had like rose-colored glasses about the 60s, and everything was peace, love, and harmony, and great. And it really wasn't. Like, it was a very turbulent time in America's culture. And I feel like, you know, actually read into it, there was what the civil rights movement, there was women's lib, there was the Vietnam War. There was a lot going on in the 60s that I think we don't really always think about. Protests, riots, like it was a wild time. But you know, as a kid, I'm thinking, everybody's a hippie going to Woodstock and yeah, everybody loves everyone. There's a lot more to it than that. Alright, we'll go back to my fluffy brush and just blend those edges. Just kind of want to get that laid down. I love that color. I'm going to take a little bit of this one, the top corner right here, just kind of blend the edges a bit on my fluffy brush. Just buff that out some. But imagine, like any thing, 60s and any era is probably different for everyone, depending where you lived in your life. I think I've just got really into history lately. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm just turned into a little history nerd suddenly. Or again, rather. Let's take some of this, a little bit more of an amber shade right here, and bring that more focused into the socket. Yeah, there we go. I just like we needed something to kind of ground everything. How did I even get on the subject of the aesthetic of the palette? But yeah, like I just remember flower power being like a thing in the 90s when I was a kid. And I was like obsessed with like 60s music. And I was an odd kid though anyways. I was a little kid that wanted to be a teenager so bad. I was obsessed with teenagers. And like juniors fashion. Like I loved the junior section at Target. And I was a very large child. I was a very tall kid. Like I was the size of a high school student when I was like in elementary school. I was the tallest kid in class. It's really funny because I'm 5'1". But in elementary school, 5'1" was pretty tall. Yeah, I just basically stopped growing after 5th grade. But I was a big kid then, and I could wear juniors clothing. And I was, yeah, I could shop in the junior section. I thought I was the coolest. The Target junior section, I was all about that as a kid in Kmart. It's the perks of being the size of a grown woman in elementary school, I guess. Like my class pictures were ridiculous because there's just this freaking giant in the back, and it's me. And now I'm very petite in comparison to everyone else. I'm the one that gets put in the front of pictures because I'm so short. Okay, that's looking nice. Why is my voice cracking now? This palette is quite powdery. I will say that. I will tell you that. I'm going to take some of maybe the darkest little brown in here, right here, on this little packer brush, or lay down brush, whatever you want to call it. And focus that right there. Some outer corners, get a little depth in there. Another drugstore palette, you could get something kind of similar to this, would be the Wet n Wild one. I'll put it on the screen. I'm completely blank. I'm a little sleepy. I'm a little bit sleepy. It is actually, it's morning, but it's actually like close to my bedtime. I'm trying to get, I goofed on my sleep schedule. I goofed it up. I'm trying to get it sorted back out. And I know if I sit here and play with makeup and talk to you guys, I'll stay awake. But it might just not make any sense. I'll take a little bit of the warm brown right next door. This one right here. Just gonna layer that in just a little bit. A little bit of a gradient. And go back to my pollen yellow. Just gonna dust that over. I just heard an owl, which it's 10 in the morning. I shouldn't be hearing an owl, so that must have been on my husband's video game. See your little like noise in the background. That's what that is. It's his game. I have no clue what he's even playing. Real-time strategy, boring game. I hate those kind of games. I don't know why. Like StarCraft. Nope, count me out. I'm take a little bit more of that lightest shade we used. Maybe I'll take just a dab of that brightest yellow. Call me Sunshine. That's the Wet n Wild palette. I feel like Profusion probably has something too. I don't see Profusion very often in stores, but then again, I don't go to Walmart, like the big Walmart, very often because I hate it. And that's usually the only place I see anything from Profusion is there. I do see it. But I don't know. I wish our little Walmart would carry it. I wish our little Walmart would just have a tad bigger of a makeup section. I have gone to the smaller like neighborhood market in town, like in the bigger part of the city. And they actually have a larger makeup section in it. We also got a dollar store that's called like DG Market. So it's gonna be like, what, a grocery store? That's just dollar store brand now. That opened up over in like across on our side of town. We just had to take a very long detour because there was road closures, and we had to make a massive circle. And we passed it, and I was like, "Huh, I've not seen one of those." And there's like a Dollar General like 100 feet from it. But I guess that is the new thing. Then you got Family Dollar and Dollar Tree coming together. Poor Freds. They just got left out. Okay, I think that is the eyeshadow. I'm going to take a little bit of a brown liner. This is a Tattoo Studio from Maybelline. I even pulled out a drugstore eyeliner. I've been so on my little Huda eyeliner lately that I've just not picked up any other eyeliners. And this is a brown shade. You can get great brown eyeliners at the drugstore. I don't know why, I'm just fixated on that Huda one. I really like the formula of it. But these Tattoo Studio eyeliners are fantastic from Maybelline. They're very creamy, gel-like formula, very long wear. You do get a little bit of work done with them. So I'm just going to keep that right here at the lashes. I don't know why my throat is... voice just decided it doesn't want to work properly right now. I was just like, oh yeah, you want to talk? Too bad. I'm going to take my brush here. Just give that a little smudgy smudge. Just a little flick right out here. I'm going to go ahead and bring that into the tight line. I think my only complaint with this eyeliner is I wish it was a little bit warmer. Like, it's more just a soft black. It's very cool tone. Smaller, kind of smudgy brush. Go into that brown eyeshadow. Just gonna soften that up where the little bit of liner is. And take the very lightest shade. Alright, I'm gonna clean my fallout and I'm going to prime my face at the same time. I'm just trying to use up my putty primer from e.l.f. So I'm gonna just do that really quickly. Okay, cleaned up the fallout and the shape a little bit. Before I go with the putty primer on my T-zone, I am going to bring some glow in. I'm going to take the Lumi Glotion from L'Oreal. Really nice alternative to Flawless Filter from the drugstore. And I'm just going to apply it with a foundation brush to the high points. This part is nice because it does add even more hydration if you need it. And it sits really well underneath the makeup. It just really gives a gorgeous glow. I'm very spotty today. My skin's a bit irritated looking. I'm going to blame that on the allergies too. It's just all allergies' fault. Okay, now we're super glowy. Now I'm going to go in with the putty primer. Just in the T-zone, in the areas that need it. Like right here. Like I'm so close to using this up, it's just become just a challenge at this point. The original formula isn't my favorite. I actually like the green one. But I'm so close to being done with this. I usually just use it to clean fallout up. Alright, and foundation. I'm going to use the True Match Super Blendable because it's a great little foundation. And I don't believe it's a bad price point. Pretty accessible. I think it's pretty much for sale everywhere. And we use that same brush. There's still a little bit of the Lumi Glotion in there. I don't mind. Just going to buff this on. So how excited are you guys for the new Barbie movie? I'm excited. I kind of can't wait to go see it. I actually want to go to the theater and see it, which is saying a lot because I don't like going to the theater. The theaters give me anxiety because I need a good escape route. I don't like feeling trapped. I feel trapped in there. It's dark, it's loud. It triggers me. The Barbie movie though, I'm so excited about it that I'm like, can I actually want to go see it in a theater? I've got my anxiety under control really well, so maybe I can handle it. Maybe go during the day when there's no one there. So I think my sister wants to go see it as well. So maybe me and her can go like catch a matinee or something. I did not see the new Mario. Did you guys see that one? Let me know what you thought. I honestly didn't even know there was a new Mario movie until I saw people fussing over it on Twitter. But from what I did see of it, it looked cute as well. I don't know. I really liked the Mario movie from the 90s. That was awful. It's an awful movie, but it was just a weird movie that didn't make any sense, like, as far as Mario goes. But there's something about it that I really enjoy even as an adult because it was just so strange. It was a very strange movie, and it was very almost like cyberpunk dystopian, and I loved it. I loved it as a kid. I still enjoy the movie as an adult. So, I don't know, maybe I do need to see the new one. And we obviously grew up playing Mario. I think we all did. Okay, I'm going to do a little cream contour, and we're going to use the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. And go ahead and apply this to my bronzer areas. I'm going to do my contour, my concealer after this. God, my brain is mush. I'm getting to that point of sleepy. I'm just like, words cannot formulate sentences. But yeah, let me know also if you've seen that Mario from the 90s. It was like a live action one, and it was very, very bizarre. I think I have it on DVD. I had it on VHS then, but I think I have it on DVD I bought it years ago, but it was like at Big Lot or something. It was on the DVD rack, and I got very excited. I was like, oh, we need this. You know, sometimes you just buy weird, bad movies. Is that a thing anymore? That's not a thing to do anymore, is it? But you would see a DVD of like some really crappy movie in the clearance bin or the $3 bin or at a closeout store and get like really excited and buy it just because it was just to make other people watch it kind of thing. And that was one of those movies. That was a fun thing to do back in the day though. Dig through the clearance DVDs and collect crappy ones just for like the joke of it, of owning it. And then sometimes you would like watch it with your friends and laugh at how bad it was. Kind of like Mystery Science Theater it up. I thoroughly enjoyed doing that back in the day. It's really not a thing to do because you, like, the hunt of the movie and, like, finding the surprise of it is over because you can find all those movies on streaming easily. And it's just not quite as fun anymore because you can just type it in and there it is. But that was a fun thing to do in my early 20s, late teens. I don't know, I guess the novelty of doing that isn't really a thing anymore because we can just get it on streaming and it's just too accessible. It doesn't feel exciting. Don't get me wrong, I love that we have stuff streaming now. I absolutely freaking love that, and like especially music, to just be able to like play whatever I want to hear at any given time and not have to like have CDs or MP3s or burnt CDs. It is what I've dreamed of. I remember thinking, wouldn't it be cool if we could just have this music some way? And then, yes. Let's do a little concealer. I'm going to go with the Butter Glow because I'm just kind of really into it right now. It's from Physicians Formula. I also see there's going to be another vampire movie with Nicolas Cage. Called Renfield. I'm interested. You know what one of my favorite vampire movies is? Dead in Love in It with Leslie Nielsen. It's a spoof on Dracula. It's hilarious. 10 out of 10. Best movie ever. I mean, for real, I laughed so hard at that movie. I still laugh at like little clips from it. Sometimes like a clip of like any Leslie Nielsen movie will come up on my reels because I laugh at them and Instagram knows me too well. I get very excited. Like clips from like Naked Gun. I loved those movies when I was a kid. Did not get any of the jokes. Barely any of the jokes. So it's fun to watch things like that as a grown-up because, oh, now I understand the jokes. I just thought they were funny when I was little. I don't know why. It's the slapstick of it. I think it's like watching Monty Python when you're growing up. It makes more sense. Like it's funny to watch as a kid, but you don't quite get it. And then you watch it as an adult, and it's way funnier. What movies did you enjoy as a child? Let me know below. Did you have some weird movie that didn't make sense for a kid to like? Let me know that below as well. One of my favorite movies was Tu Wong Fu. Absolutely one of my number one movies as a kid. And still love the movie. I would love to see a remake of it. Because you know what? I think Trixie Mattel would have to be in it. Bianca Del Rio. And RuPaul's in the original shit. Oh, who else would I cast? I don't know. My brain isn't working. Maybe Bob. Bob the drag queen. That's such a pretty concealer. It really is. Is it a little bit yellow on me? Yes. But it's so pretty, I don't care. Just make it work. As Tim Gunn says from Project Runway, make it work. What happened to that show? Like, that's not a thing anymore, is it? Project Runway. I loved that show. Can you tell I don't have cable? And haven't watched, like, actual TV in a very long time. I don't even know what comes on, like, Bravo or anything anymore. I just see things when they come on, and I can find it on YouTube, or it comes on HBO Max. Because I canceled all my other streaming services, because I was wasting money. I don't need them. I don't use them. I watch everything on YouTube. So I was like, you know, for the 2 times a month I open this app, why am I paying $15? I don't need it. Just don't need it. And I don't really miss it either. Like, I'm cool. Alright, let's take some of the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. We're e.l.f. heavy today. I just enjoy e.l.f. I think they're a really good brand. Have they turned into a dupe brand? I am somewhat intrigued by their, like, American Eagle collab for some reason. I hate blue eyeshadow. I'm not gonna... Like, it's not colors I want. But there's something about that palette that's so pretty. It's very aesthetically pleasing. But yeah, it's a very aesthetically pleasing palette just to look at. And Teresa's dad said it was really good. I trust her when she says a palette is good, but I don't trust her when she says a palette's bad. Because me and her disagree on that subject. Like, palettes that she hates, I love. So I'm like, no. And she may just be way more picky than me when it comes to that. But when she says something's good, 9 times out of 10, I do agree with her. What palette was it she hated? Oh, the Huda Empowerment palette. I love that palette. It's been like my go-to palette lately. I kind of want the Rose Quartz one. I never got that one because it just seemed kind of repetitive in my collection. Because it had the Mercury retrograde one that looks so similar. Is it called Mercury retrograde or just retrograde? Whatever. I just thought I don't need it, but now I'm kind of like, it's so pretty. Every time I look at it, I'm going, it's pretty. Same with this Patrick Ta palettes. I'm like, I don't need the Patrick Ta palettes. Every time I look at them, I'm like, they're so pretty. I'm going to take a little bit of the Wet n Wild powder here. This is the Essence Primer and Finish powder. I'm going to dust that on the rest of the face. With a foofy. Oh, I use this brush for bronzer. Oh no. Clean that off. I have a towel sitting on the arm of my chair. I'm just going to pounce that on the T-zone. I'm quite enjoying this powder. This brush smells good still. From my soap. Because I used my body wash to clean it. Did I use my... No, I think I used my, like, clarifying shampoo to wash it. So it smells nice. This one is the center of the face. I'm not worried about longevity today. I'm going to do a little bit of under eye action. Eyeliner one more time here. Too much stuff. I'm just going to come right under here. The outer corner. Little detail brush with nothing on it. And just kind of soften that up just a touch. My nose is so red from allergies, I can see it through my makeup. Okay, now I'm going to take that darkest brown that we used on the outer corner. On one side, this little detail brush. Make sure it's really tapped off and just tuck it right out there. Alright, I'm going to clean that off. I'm going to take something warm. Just kind of dust that in. Use it as a bit of a blending color. Alright, maybe we'll take some of our pollen shade. Just layer that in there. Alright, I'm going to take the lightest, it's kind of a bone shade in the palette. Right here. Brighten up that inner corner. I might put some highlighter there. I probably will, in fact. For blush, I'm going to grab this putty blush from e.l.f. This is the shade Bahamas. And it's kind of just a nice warm peachy shade. Let's get a bit of that on a buffing brush. I want to kind of merge over into the eyeshadow just a bit. I love these putty blushes. They're so good. Just so dang good. And for a little more glow, I think I'm going to take the Peach Bombs. Is that what this is called? Yeah. Wet n Wild and a little chubby stick here. Take just a touch of that as well. It's kind of a blush topper. I'm kind of excited about those e.l.f. wands that they're coming out with. That's where I was getting it with Dumbo. Are they just a dupe brand now? I'm kind of really excited and intrigued to try those. Like, they look beautiful and they look like really good quality. I want to give them a go. Alright, e.l.f. highlighter in white gold. We're just going to put a bit of this on the high points. Okay, cute, cute, cute. This inner corner just a little bit. I'm liking the skin. Okay, I think I'm gonna put some lashes on. I know. Let's get wild with it. Let's do some lashes. I'm gonna try these big boys here called Empress from Kiss the Muses collection. Definitely gonna have to trim them down and everything, but they look very fun, and I feel like we should have a little fun with this look and just go for it. Here's what they look like. Yes. My sleepy brain is just like, let's keep adding eyeshadow. Yeah. Get wild with it. I'm going to trim these lashes down, curl my actual lashes, do mascara, touch up my brows, and we'll be back for the lips. I just want to show you quickly that this look is really cute just with mascara. I think it looks really nice like this. But anyway, for the sake of the video, let's go ahead. Oh, my lash is stuck to my boob. Let's go ahead and put these lashes on while I'm at it. I got them out. Let's do it. Let's go for it. I had to trim them down quite a bit. I take off like 3 clusters off the end. That's usually about the length amount I have to trim off lashes for the most part. I can't take myself seriously with these lashes today. I think, this is not the choice. I've made a mistake. They're just a bit large and in charge for this look. So maybe we'll just stick with mascara. Just ease that off there. Save those for another day. I underestimated how small my eyes are. I think these would be cute with a more big eye. This isn't quite it. So we'll save those. We'll just not. I think that's the better choice. It was a lot with the lash. And I don't feel like digging out more lashes and making a mess. But I will use those for another look. It isn't the look. The one called Pitch from ColourPop. And now we're going to go in with more coffee from Maybelline. This one, the Ultimates formula. I have a vision. And you don't have to share my vision. I'm also very sleepy, so very chocolatey lip. Basically black lip, but not quite. It is a very deep brown. Okay, I feel like I do kind of want some lashes on now. Okay, I had some lashes already cut that I used a while back. And I know they're part of the something Duxbury collection with Kiss, but I cannot remember what style they are or anything like that. But they're just some little kind of voluminous wispy lashes. Nothing too unique. I think they'll do for what I'm going for. And I'm at the point of being sleepy where I'm just not making sense anymore. And these kind of have that pieciness that those other lashes had. They're just not quite as long. Let me pop these on really quickly. And we're just making a statement today, okay? We're making a statement. This is a say something lash day. I kind of love it. We're definitely giving some Bumblebee goth vibes here. Let's say I'm embodying my angst against my allergies through makeup. Okay, and I think this is our look complete with the addition of those lashes. I feel like we needed that and some little snake earrings because why not? So yeah, I definitely had a bit of a vision today. And did this look go according to plan? Not completely. because I'm a little delirious, I'm a little bit sleepy. Really sleepy, in fact. That my brain's not really working. So I still think I like the way it ended up. It's fun. It's definitely more spooky girl vibes than I was going for. But as I said, I think this is going to be the manifestation in makeup of my angst towards my allergies. And yeah, so let me know down below. Let me down below know. See, I told you, brain is mush right now. Let me know down below what you think of this look. And if you think of any looks that you think I could use these crazy big lashes with, let me know. Because I kind of think this might be the size limit right here. I like it. I think it works with this eye look. It was just kind of the wrong lash choice. So swapping them for this is kind of where it's at. But I also think it looks really cute without the lashes and just mascara. And I think you could definitely pair this up with a softer, more nude lip or something like that, and it would look really, really cute as well. I had a vision for the deep black and brown lip and the yellow eye, and I needed to make it happen. And yeah, I think that is all for today. Thank you for hanging out with me and helping me stay awake and try to get back on my day schedule. And just ramble at you and play with some makeup. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky.